In this video, I wanted to share with you a progress bar that I had developed to let me know when APIs are ready. So this was done for a Docker/Ansible environment. However, as you're going to find out, you'll be able to use this in other environments as well. So now the things I'm going to cover in this video is going to be where to get the script, some additional resources for the script, how to edit the script, and then lastly, I'm just going to demonstrate how to execute it and verify that it works. Okay, so first off, where do we get it? So we can see that there's two links for the source of this on line 3. Both of these links are provided down in the description. Now, once you have the script, what I'm going to cover here is just kind of like a high-level overview of how to edit it. I'm not going to discuss anything else in terms of like the bash and the commands within here. However, what I did provide also in the description is a playlist where I actually cover that stuff. Okay, so before I go into the edits, let me first give you a high level of it, okay? So when I initially developed this progress bar, it was just to test that APIs are ready. However, having that progress bar kind of sit there idle with the spinner just spinning, it kind of drove me nuts. So what I went and did and added to the script was to test the containers progress as well when they're actually starting. So in here on line 24, you're going to find a command, and this command's purpose is to spin up, for me, 22 containers. Now, whether you're using just one command to spin your containers up or multiple commands, you should always append this to the end. So now, because 22 is my kind of like my 100%, I'm going to reflect that in the variable on line 8. All right, and now just because I'm starting up these containers doesn't mean I'm going to test for APIs in them, right? So what I'm going to do on the next variable here on line 7 is just to reflect the number of APIs. So first containers and then APIs, and that's kind of how this script works. So what you'll notice is that if we subtract 22 from 39, you're going to see that there's 17. So 17 APIs is what I'm testing for. So this is what I'm, basically reflects 100% of the overall job of the script. Okay, so that's 3 things that we're editing, and then the 4th thing is going to be seen down here on line 46. So once my Dockers are spun up, and this is what kind of test for that right there. So once the Dockers are spun up, the next thing it's going to check for is if the APIs are ready. So down here I'm using Ansible and those Docker containers, the 17 that I just highlighted a moment ago, those contain Arista images, and I can use Ansible here to check that the APIs are ready to receive configuration. All right, now what I want to do here is I'm testing for the APIs, and I want to grab a value to feed to this file over here. So basically what you're tasked to do here when editing this is to provide a command, and it doesn't have to be Ansible. Like I said, you can use it for other environments. So now what this command actually provides to me is status messages. And what I'm going to do over here with grep is I'm going to basically count the number of successful messages in the output. All right, and I'm going to feed that to that file. So that's basically what you're going to do when editing this, is you're going to provide the command that you use to test APIs, and then you're going to have to filter for something that lets you know that they're actually ready. Okay, so now here in the terminal, if we run the script, here we can see our progress bar, and in a moment we're going to start to see some containers fire up, and here they're firing up. So my containers are going to take approximately 3 to 5 minutes, and then it's going to kick over to measure the progress of the APIs. So this is roughly around 56%. Okay, so now if we run our Docker command with the -q option and we pipe this through WC, we can see our 22 containers have started. Alright, so now if we grep our file and we look for Ansible, so we can grab that command. So now we're going to use this once again to test that the APIs are ready, that we got all 17. And this command takes a little bit to run, and we'll see in a moment that we should have 17 as reflected in the progress bar. And we do. Nice.